KRQE News 13 with Dick Niffing and Diane Anderson.
In a remote tent village near RATON, they tossed aside the conveniences of modern civilization.
It's not a new commune. Instead, hundreds of history buffs are reenacting the early 1800s. It's the annual Santa Fe Trail Rendezvous, and our Bob Martin has the story.
Shooting old black powder guns is a favorite part of Rendezvous for Maud Percival. In fact, even with the old-fashioned ammo,
it's almost a half-inch.
Some of the ladies regularly outshoot the men. Competitions were a major part of a rendezvous in the early 1800s. It's where each year trappers came out of the mountains and gathered to sell their furs, get supplies, and socialize. For more than 30 years, the Santa Fe Trail Rendezvous Association has kept the tradition alive with this annual reenactment near Raton.
It's the love of history. It's the love of recreating the living history. It's the things you don't read about in the history books.
For 8 days, rendezvous participants dress in authentic clothing, use only frontier tools and shelters.
Gives me an appreciation for nature. You're out here in the woods with all the animals, and you know you can destroy it, but we always tell everybody you don't leave anything here but your tracks whenever you're gone.
We come to see friends we never see any other time, and then for competition.
I started this fire this morning with flint and steel. I love Boy Scouts. This is just like Boy Scouts on steroids. When you do this thing, it's really neat.
There's archery with primitive bows and while standing on a shaky log, and lots of tomahawk throwing.
It's really relaxing. You really can't be mad and throw knives and tomahawks. You know, it just doesn't work.
Of course, there are lots of traders offering supplies, new buckskin outfits, and any other doodads the well-equipped mountain man might need.
Eventually, the fur trade pretty much died out, and with it, a way of life for the mountain man. It was time for a career change.
Some became guides for settlers on the Santa Fe Trail. Today, the Santa Fe Trail in northeastern New Mexico is still quite visible. The ruts from thousands of wagons still etched into the landscape. At this fork, you could either go on to Las Vegas or take a break at Fort Union, now a national monument. Back at Rendezvous, as the sun sets, there are only oil lamps and candles for light, and campfires. While a few modern songs do slip in, the modern world still seems far away. Bob Martin, KRQE News 13, near Raton.
That is really cool. Well, the Santa Fe Trail Rendezvous runs through Saturday at the National Rifle Association's Whittington Center. It is open to the public and free. Details, go to krqe.com.